Okay, so this is kind of part 2 of this video. So I just left the guys. We left the Canyon of the Eagles where we had breakfast and had some amazing roads to ride home on. And I've turned off from them. They went home, and I'm heading to AF1 Racing here in Austin to go to their Triumph kind of party. So I just pulled off here quickly to shoot this part of the video. I'm gonna get back on the road, head down there. I should be there in about 10-15 minutes, and we'll check out what they got going on down there. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, we're here with my friend Chris. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We're here at at AF1 Racing. They're having a little party here, and Chris is here with his bike. So let's check out your bike. What do you got? What do you got?
Totally. So this is a 2020 Husqvarna 701 Supermoto. Bought it secondhand from a guy down in San Antonio, and I've always wanted one ever since I started riding. I saw this bike. I was like, oh, doing burnouts.
Burnouts and a trike. Yeah.
I always wanted this bike from when I started riding, so I finally got it. Everybody go!
Yeah, we're not at a motorcycle place.
No, we're not at all.
All right.
That was like car plus motorcycle.
Yeah.
But no, it's been great. I love it. It's, kind of a non-standard track motorcycle for some of the bigger tracks around here like Coda, but it's still a blast.
I missed it with all the noise. What year is it?
2020.
Okay, 2020.
Yep.
All right, that's very cool.
So it's the year, it's like 1 or 2 years after they introduced the counterbalancer shaft in the engine. So it's a little bit smoother than some of the late model Supermotos, but it's been cool.
All right, so the bike looks cool, but what are your likes, pros and cons, dislikes, all that good stuff? Let us have it.
Yeah, absolutely. I have opinions here. So it's my first KTM, essentially. There is that sense in the back of your head, like, is it gonna start today? Like, is this sound the normal sound? It always kind of is, but you have that, like, doubt in your mind. You're like, is it gonna work? But when it's working, it's awesome. It's not super great at slow speeds. If you're doing, like, slow speed technical stuff, U-turns, figure eights, stuff like that. This bike.
And why is that? Is it just the turn radius, or
the engine? The engine is kind of bumpy and chunky down low.
Oh, okay.
And like the power delivery can be a little bit off. You have to really kind of keep the revs up to keep consistent feel and power delivery to the engine. You have to work the clutch a lot. I would say anything under 15 miles an hour, you're working the clutch, no matter what gear you're in. But it's great on track. It's 345 pounds wet, and it's like it's got the same power as SV650, which is like 85 pounds heavier, which was my previous bike. So like switching to this bike, even though the power figures are essentially the same, that weight loss is just like
power to weight ratio is
amazing.
Great.
It's so good.
So if you've been on this like out in 1431, and some of the twisties must be fun, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so light.
Like it's light, it's effortless. Like the nice thing about taking it on a big track, yes, you're gonna get blown away in the straights, but like you're absolutely getting better drive. And you're kind of catching people and having fun in the corners.
Yeah.
Which obviously it's a supermoto. That's where you're gonna have fun.
What's about the ergonomics, the seating position?
I love being up high. I love being as high as truck drivers.
So are your legs 90 degrees, or how are you?
They are like 90.
Well, I'm super excited. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
So there's a little bend to it, depending on like where you put your foot.
Oh yeah, so you are tucked back a little
like,
bit.
Yeah, I mean, depending
Like,
also where you sit. You can sit,
Yeah.
you know, towards the headstock. You can crouch back if you're trying to do highway miles. I wouldn't recommend doing highway miles in this. It does not like it.
Yeah.
Anything over 70, like you're pushing this bike.
Yeah.
But it will do 125, and then it will stop. It's like hit the limiter, done at 125. But it's fun. I had Roger at On Road Off Road take a look at the wheels and retrue them, and so it's smooth as it can be, even with kind of that big single going.
Yeah, that's the worst. High speeds with an untrue bike, it's shimmying and shaking.
When I first bought it,
I'm gonna die.
The previous owner had rode it off road, never checked the tire pressure. The wheels were so out of true, I couldn't go higher than 55 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So I had to go through a whole process of like finding Roger and realizing that he's like the wizard with all that stuff. So he fixed my wheels and transformed the bike for me essentially.
Cool.
But it's good. Power delivery is great. Couple mods that I've done, like obviously a lot of protection, but Ducati spacers on the throttle to take out any slop at all in the throttle. Updated headlights, some nicer mirrors, tail tidy. I added passenger pegs because sometimes I can convince my partner to hop on the back and we'll go get ice cream or something. But
how tall are you?
So I'm 5'11", like 32-inch inseam.
And then what do you look like on this bike? Can you flat-foot it, or are you tippy-toeing, or what are you doing?
If I forcibly kind of compress the suspension, I can get on a flat foot. But typically when I'm stopped, I'm kind of up.
One leg down.
Yeah, one leg down, and
Okay.
mostly it's like the kind of the ball of my foot down.
Yeah, so 5'9" and up.
Yeah.
You're pretty much flat-footed almost.
I think people misunderstand about this bike. They think like, oh my god, it's based on the Enduro. The Enduro's way taller than this. The suspension compresses when you're on it, so like it is doable. I think people get surprised when they hop on this.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I can actually get my toes on the ground.
Yes.
All right, cool.
That's good. I like it. It's good for now.
And then you take, like me, you go to most of the like moto socials and a lot of meetups here.
Yeah.
You take a lot of photos and stuff. Where can we find some of your photos?
Usually I'll post them to the Facebook event if it's posted on Facebook, or you can look at my Instagram or sometimes even YouTube.
Okay, I'll put those links in there. Very nice. Thanks for showing the bike.
Yeah.
And what's your interest here? Because this is a Triumph party. What do you like about Triumph?
Honestly, I am a graphic designer and creative director, so their branding and their presence and their design language of their bikes, and seeing that consistency across the range and how they're like slowly and steadily implementing like a very cohesive brand voice into their like experience as a customer and experience on the bike is cool to me.
Yeah.
So style and choice is what drew me to Triumph.
And do you have other bikes, or is this your only bike?
I have this, and I have a 2023 Honda Grom. It's like my little practice bike.
Oh, cool.
So I'll go into the parking lot and do like knee down drills and all that other stuff.
And U-turns and figure eights and all kinds of fun stuff.
Well, on this as well as the Grom and any other bike I can get my hands on.
And if you had to, you had room for a third bike from Triumph, what would you get?
From Triumph?
Anyone. You had unlimited coinage just to grab a Triumph. What would you grab?
Probably be the Big Boy Scrambler.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I would go with that. I am a sucker for that bike too.
All right, cool. Very cool. Well, thanks for talking with us.
Yeah.
And bike
Have
looks
a look,
good.
poke around, hop on it if you want.
Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Yep, see you. All right, we're here with my new friends, Cologne. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Good to see you. And Laura.
Hi.
Hi, Laura. Good to see you guys. So we're here at the AF1 Racing Triumph party. Do you guys have Triumphs?
No, not yet.
No?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Yeah.
See that? Well, that's dangerous coming to a toy store like this.
I love it. Yeah.
Dangerous for him. For me,
Yeah, she's
not
happy
so
with her
much.
bike.
But
You're happy with your bike.
yeah, I
All
love
right.
my bike.
So let's take a look at the bikes.
Okay.
Since we just mentioned yours, let's check yours out first.
Sure.
All right, Laura. So tell us about your bike. What do you have?
So I have a Ducati Scrambler, 2017, I think. 16. We don't know, but I love it.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those ones. My only bike. I have a dirt bike as well, but that's why I ride the Ducati more.
And what? How big is the engine? What is the
Oh.
size?
It's an 800
Eight-
air-cooled V12.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 803 cc. It's one of their oldest engines, and they just keep putting it on your bikes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Laura, is this? When did you start riding? How long ago?
Since 2021.
2021. So relatively recently.
Yeah.
So this was your first bike.
Yes.
And what did you think when you first got on it? I mean, it's 800 cc's. It's a pretty big bike.
Well, my first bike was a Rebel 300.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is your second bike.
This is my second bike. We sold the Rebel, and then we
Okay.
got that one.
So going back to the Rebel, what were your thoughts as a new rider? Like, what was difficult or scary, or things that you had to learn, or any of those things that come to mind?
Trail braking
Mhm.
is pretty useful, but as a new rider, it's pretty also daunting. For me, still today, parking my bike is a little complex for me. It's heavy, and I don't feel comfortable like backing up my bike when there's a lot of bikes parked already.
How far are you tippy toeing? Are you how?
I'm tippy-toeing pretty much.
Yeah, but you can put both feet down.
I can
by
put
your
both my
hips,
feet,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
That's where the Rebel was nice, because it
Yes.
was so low, it was really light, easy to learn.
Yeah,
I think
cruiser.
at that point, it was just getting used to all the
and I love
controls.
I used to love a cruiser.
Yeah, then you're really low and you can fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably
but-
it was like 300 cc, so we would go out for like highway rides, and it would be
And then-
shaking.
yes.
Like, all
Yeah.
the way, so, yeah.
Well, that's parking is funny because that's I think something that probably especially new riders don't even think about, because it's
Yes.
like, oh, parking, that's simple.
No.
But then you have all these, like, you go to a lot of meetups here, and then
Yes.
you'll get to the place and it's like the parking lot, it's got holes and it's gravel.
Right, yeah.
And you're like,
Yes.
oh no, or it's, on a slant going up or down, and how do
Yes.
you position your bike so you can leave.
Mhm.
There's a lot of things to think about.
Yeah.
And we're putting like 4 bikes to a spot, so it's tighter. It's like when it's a meet, especially, you have like hundreds of bikes, and trying to fit them in there, it's a little scary. Try not to damage other people's bikes.
That's the thing, trying not to damage someone else's bike.
Yeah.
You want to be very mindful for that.
Yeah. So going to this bike, what about the freeway? You're cool with that when you started?
Yeah.
You weren't nervous or anything like that?
I think it's less scary than
It's
the
less
Rebel.
scary
right?
than the
because
Rebel.
the Rebel couldn't
Yeah.
go fast enough. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is
Yeah.
more powerful, so in the freeway is pretty sweet, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
You
it is.
adapt-
It
you
is.
adapted to a bigger bike pretty well. Like, you like having it more
Yes.
power. Yeah.
Yeah, the highway is actually fairly safe if you're not riding like an idiot, because there's no intersections.
Yes.
There's no one like coming in off of side street at you or
You don't have to
any of that
park
stuff.
it.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we're here at Triumph today. If you had an opportunity just to grab another bike for yourself and it was a Triumph, what would you get?
It will be their smallest bike, the 400.
The 400,
The 400,
new ones, yeah,
yeah.
They look pretty fun. They're nice and stylish. Like,
And
there you go.
they're not as heavy as I expected it to be.
Did you sit on?
Yeah, so for me being short, I
Mhm.
was able to move the bike, and I really love that, being able to just handle the bike without his help. I mean, he's always there.
And what was that? The Triumph 400? What was it? What is that?
I think not the Scrambler, but the other one, the Speed
Oh, okay.
400. Yeah, because that one's lower than the Scrambler.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. And Cologne, what bike do you have?
So right now I have an Aprilia RS 660
Mhm.
2023, which I bought here actually at this dealership.
Yeah, and we were talking about that. This is a great place. These guys are awesome.
No, they always take good care of me. They're fun. They're
And
good.
we were also talking before. You don't ride too much on the street. You do, but you're
Yeah.
doing a lot of track. And
Yeah,
again, when did you start riding again?
Same as her. We actually started
Around the same time?
together. Yeah, 'cause
During
we
COVID.
took the MSF together.
Yeah,
COVID
because of
riders.
COVID,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, we were like bored. We were like,
Get
what
out of
do
the
we
house.
do? Yeah,
Get some wind therapy.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what do you do with your bike? You're doing some track days?
Mostly track days, and like once in a while I'll commute. It's a short commute, but just I love being on the track and just pushing, and that along with our dirt bikes kind of gets the itch. Then I don't really have to ride on the street.
And where do you ride your dirt bikes?
We usually go down to Spokes over here in what's the town called over there? I don't remember. Spokes MX, so that's like a dirt bike park. They got They got trails and they got a couple of like actual tracks that you can ride on.
That's where we learn
Yeah.
Okay.
to ride the dirt bikes.
Yeah, we
We
did
do
that
the
last year.
classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's hard to find places to ride here with all the private property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like private property that you
yeah.
pay to go in there.
Yeah, specifically for
yeah,
riding.
it's
That's
made
cool.
For that. Yeah, so there's a few
Alright.
areas like that.
Very cool. And then let's ask you the same question. If you could have a Triumph, what would you get?
So when I started riding, I rented a couple bikes through like Twisted Road and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so I've tried the Street Triple. It's nice. That one, it's like a scalpel. It's just so smooth. You can do everything in it. Sporty, but not too uncomfortable. So it's great for the street. But I also tested a Speed Twin, and I like the thumpy like twin engine better than the triple. The style and the way it feels more like you're an actual like bike.
So that's what you'd get?
Yeah.
Oh,
Speed
okay,
Twin,
cool.
for sure.
And then let's go back, Laura, to you. Your bike, your Scrambler, your Ducati. What? Let's do some like pros and cons. What don't you like about it, and what do you like about it?
What I don't like about it, that is tall,
Okay.
right? So yes, we modify it to go down for me, but it's still
So you want the Ducati Scrambler Cruiser combo?
pretty much. I want to put both of my feet down. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be ideal.
Okay.
What I love is how powerful it is.
And that's your only con or dislike about the bike?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I love
good.
the color. I enjoy riding it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the one that works on it, so she doesn't have to deal with all the pains of
My
working on the
mechanic.
Ducati.
Built in.
Yeah.
So, and then what was your like? You have anything else beside the power?
The color.
Yeah.
And
How
I
about
love the style.
how about
it
the
looks.
ergonomics, like how you sit on it?
Yes,
Is it
I love that. I'm not
comfortable?
too far forward, but I'm also like straight up standing, and I
That
like that. It's very ergonomically
yeah.
for my type
Well,
of
the
body.
trim that you have has even higher handlebars than the standard.
Yes.
So that's really nice. Yeah, and it has like the styling is great on it. It has like spoke wheels and everything. It's great. I love that bike too. I use it a lot. I probably use it
He
more than
uses
you
it
do.
more than me.
Yeah.
And then what have you done? Have you done anything to the bike, like modifications or added things to it?
The previous owner did.
Yeah,
So when we got it, we
tried to
didn't
turn it
change
into almost like
anything.
a cafe racer, which
Oh.
doesn't work out for that version. So we undid a couple things he did, but he does have like a nice SC Project exhaust on it, with not a tuner, but it has like a new power controller that helps with the right fueling for that. Other than
Okay.
that, like not a lot of
The
mods.
mirrors, we changed the mirrors.
Yeah, we did change the mirrors. Those are really nice to like.
But besides that, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. and
She
how-
likes it how it is. Like she doesn't want any other bike. She doesn't want any mods. She just enjoys it for what it is.
Yeah.
Opposite of me. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants.
So
to
what
change
about your bike? Have you done anything to
Oh
it?
yeah, I've done a lot of like track prep, so protection, like axle sliders, frame sliders, case engine covers. I did also the ergonomics, like the what's it called, the clip-ons and the footrest. I changed that to
Oh, okay.
aftermarket. Yeah, so that stuff I actually did crash on it on the track, and like thanks to all those pieces, I spent like maybe $200 to replace the parts that broke, and that's it.
Yeah, compared
So,
to 2000 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like having to buy all the panels and everything. So right now it's mostly just stuff to make it comfortable and protected. I don't do a lot of like style mods or performance mods because I need to get better myself.
Yeah. And what are your pros and cons of the bike?
So the cons, I would say, it was a little small for me, the ergonomics. Like it's nice because the tank is actually pretty big. It almost feels like a V4.
How tall are you?
5'11".
Okay.
Yeah, about 180. No,
So,
yeah,
so you
178
feel like a little bit squished up?
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's why I just got the clip-ons to help me with that. Yeah, and it's a sport bike, so to work on it, you got to do like take out the body sometimes and everything. But other than that, maybe I'd like a more powerful bike. But for learning right now, like this bike is such a great platform to learn.
But would you stick with a sport bike, or would you like get something else that's totally
I
different?
think right now it depends what I'm allowed to buy. So it'd be nice to get something if we want to ride around the streets on like go out for a long ride. Get something more comfortable. Obviously, like the sporty ergonomics are not great for like a 2-hour ride, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty much the cons. But the pros, so it's powerful enough, it's fast enough, and it's like very smooth engine. It sounds great for its size of being a twin cylinder.
And I'm not too heavy.
Right, it's
Right.
pretty light. Yeah,
It's really light.
it's a little big for her. Yeah, but it's nice. Like I love the bike. I don't think I can get rid of it. Yeah, so I just need more bikes. Yeah,
Yes, he wants a collection.
yeah. Why not?
Yeah, me too. But I don't know. I'm like you, Laura. I love my RS because it does everything. It's powerful. It's great for long rides, short rides.
Yeah.
It's sporty. You can do a lot with it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. All the friends I have that I ride with, they all have like minimum 3 or 4 bikes. And I'm like, that's too many. Like, how do you pick which one you're taking today?
N plus one. You always have.
And they say, whichever one's closest to the garage door, that's what I'm
Yeah.
taking. Oh,
But
no.
yeah, no, they're fun. We love riding. We love enjoying the wind and everything. So hopefully we'll get to ride with you one of these days.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do
That'd
a
be
lot.
fun.
Yeah, that's cool. So thanks for introducing the bikes. That's awesome. It's so nice to meet you guys.
Nice.
Thank you.
We'll definitely see you around.
All right, take care. All right, we're here with my friends Amy and Ben. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good, good. So we're here at AF1 Racing Triumph Party, and you are the only 2 people that that I got to interview today that actually own Triumphs. Good for them though, because they're trying to sell them and get people to test ride them that don't own them yet. So that's cool. So let's go, Amy. Last time we talked, you had a different bike. So what do you have now?
Right now, I have a 2019 Triumph Scrambler 1200.
Okay.
It's the XE.
And what the one you had before? What was it?
That is a 2023 Bonneville T120 Special Chrome Edition for that year.
And what's the difference between these 2 bikes?
The displacement is the same. It's really just the frame is very, very different.
And
Style is different.
and the looks and everything.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there ergonomics different? Seating and
It's similar. It's similar, but I did put bar risers on my Bonneville, so I can have a little bit more of an upright position. I'm just more comfortable that way. I tried riding a Scrambler and kind of fell in love with it instantly. It's a very tall, somewhat top-heavy bike, but it's a bit of a challenge, and I love it.
so you're doing the one-legged stops.
Yeah, for the most part, but I put some lowering springs on it.
Oh, okay.
So the seat height is a little bit lower, but I do have a 32 inseam, so the bike fits me beautifully.
Oh, okay. Nice. Very nice. And what do you like best about it? Or what you don't like about it?
There's nothing I don't like about
Okay,
it.
no cons. Okay,
I
cool.
love the power. I love the upright position. I love that it's dual purpose. So riding around in hill country, if I hit a dirt road, it's not like, oh, we better turn around. I can just power on through.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a challenge, and I really was welcoming. I was at that point where I wanted a challenge.
And sticking with the Triumph theme here, if you could just keep this bike, but let's say someone just gave you a suitcase of money and you can get another Triumph as your second, what would you get?
Ooh, I think I'd get a Triumph Tiger.
Then you could really go off-road, right?
Yeah, just curious. Like,
Yeah.
I've never ridden one. This is as close as I've gotten to an adventure bike. And so that might be the next challenge.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Ben, what about you? What are you riding today?
Hey, I'm also on a Scrambler 1200 XE. Mine is a 22. So she referred to having ridden one once and really falling in love. That was my bike she rode.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she rode it like once and said, dude, I gotta have one of these things. And so we made that happen and wound up getting her a way more tricked out Scrambler than mine, and so it inspired me to put a different exhaust on mine. Hers came with a Zard low pipe. It sounded really great, and mine still had the stock high pipes on it, and I went with the Zard high pipe, which sounds phenomenal. Really worth the money. And it also decats the bike when you do that, because they put they put the catalytic converter up high on those.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hidden. I mean, it's hidden, but it's easy to take off, basically, unlike the Bonnevilles.
And then same question. What do you like, pros and cons of your bike?
Geez. Yeah, I talk about this a lot. I'm really crazy about the bike. I love the versatility, the looks. I think that Triumph in general, but especially with this bike, nails that overlap of reliability, performance, and style. Mm-hmm. It's all there. And I ride the hell out of it. It is tall. It's a 34-inch seat height.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of a standover. It's not a wide standover, but it's anything, you're going to feel it at 34 inches unless you're really tall. I'm taller than Amy, but I've got a shorter inseam.
Yeah,
and
me
so
too.
I'm doing the one-footed stop. She doesn't really have to do that, but I do. But I'm used to it. So it's like, basically, that gives me a whole other thing to grow into. And off-road, it's very capable. It's just how capable am I? So I'm working on that as well. And I finally took the bike camping. So
Oh, cool.
it's still dirty from it too. Yeah, I took it to Colorado Bend this week and experimented with, putting all my gear on it, and riding it off-road a little bit to my site, unloading everything at the campsite. It was just very satisfying. I've been wanting to do it forever, and I've never done it on any bike, not really.
And did you just park the bike outside, or did you have a little covering for it or anything?
I just parked it outside.
Okay.
It was just one night. In the future, I might do something a little different, but for now and for the way I tend to camp, it's going to work fine. Getting upstaged by another scrambler.
And they're off.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the Triumphs, they sound nice too. Even with stock pipes, I find they sound pretty good.
They really do.
And same question again, bag full of money, what would you get?
I think Street Triple. That's one that I'm really curious about. I think I would probably really love it. I haven't ridden one yet. I keep meaning to ride their demo bike down here, but it never quite feels like today.
Is today the day?
Maybe.
They're doing it.
Oh, really? They're doing it?
Yeah, demo day today.
That's pretty quiet right now. I might do that.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't have anything else on this afternoon, so today might be the day to ride that bike, but I'm very curious about that bike.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for wrapping up this video.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Have fun. Yeah, take that for a ride, man.
Yeah, I think I will.
All right.
I'll Brandon pull it out.
All right. Have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, friends. Well, that's it today from AF1 Racing here in Austin, Texas. Met some nice friends here. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a cool place if you're in the area and you're into Triumphs or Aprilias or MV Agustas or Moto Guzzi or any other bikes they sell. Stop on by. These are great people here. Awesome place. So thanks again for joining me. Make sure you thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate it. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Later.